Sir Topham Hatt's engines are very proud to work on Sodor. They were hard-working and really reliable. The engines were also becoming quite famous and everyone wanted a chance to see them. But not everyone thought such a railway could exist. One evening, Thomas brought his last train to the junction. He went for a drink. Percy and Toby were there.
Evening, you two. I'm going off to the big station.
So are we.
I wonder if something's up.
Where? I don't see anything.
Not up there, down here, silly.
How can something be up when it's down?
Hey, look!
What is it?
Look, over there.
7 engines from the other railway were coming along the line, whistling cheerfully. Just then, 2 little black tank engines stopped nearby.
Can you tell us where that fruit is?
Well, it's right up ahead if you just go...
Well, I never. Percy?
Pug! Ginty! Oh, it's so great to see you two again.
You know them, Percy.
They're friends of mine. I don't know the others. Ginty and I were building the same workshop together.
Pug here used to stop by and bring parts for the engines.
Indeed. It's great to see you again, Percy.
Likewise, Pug.
Anyway, we can't stay and keep chatting. We're needed at the big station. Come on, Ginty.
What is all this? Sir Topham Hatt's got a plan, and he's gonna tell us. Come on.
So Thomas, Percy and Toby went to the big station where all the engines had gone. Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for them there.
The people of England read about us in the books, but they do not think that we are real.
Shame!
So I am going to take some of my engines to England to show them.
Who will be going to England, sir?
Well, Edward, you, James, Henry, Gordon, Percy, Toby, Duck, Donald, Douglas, and Thomas will go.
Hooray!
Silence! We will leave on Saturday at 8 a.m. Meanwhile, as these engines have kindly come from the other railway to take your place, you will show them your work tomorrow. Thomas, you will be working with Ginty on your branch line.
Next day, as Annie and Clarabelle were going to England too, Thomas and Ginty practiced with some other coaches.
I feel so honoured to be working alongside such a famous engine.
Famous? Me?
Of course. There hasn't been any engine who hasn't heard of the famous Thomas the Tank Engine. My friends and I love hearing your stories. They put all other railway stories to shame.
Well then, would you like to hear some more about them?
Yes, please.
So Thomas told Ginty about other adventures he had on Sodor, and by the end of the day, the two were talking like old friends. But I'm sorry to say that all the praising and flattery made Thomas completely full of himself.
I must say, that Ginty fellow really knows what he's talking about. He says I'm quite famous in England, and come to think of it, probably the world even.
Oh, come off it, Thomas. I've been on this railway longer than you. I'm the fastest and strongest express engine who ever came to Sodor.
But you're not number 1, are you, galloping sausage?
Come on, just admit it. You're jealous, and I'm the real star attraction to the entire world.
Beg pardon, Thomas, but don't get too big for your buffers.
We're all just as popular.
And you're not just some famous king of the railway. And furthermore, if anything, that should be my doing.
Don't you start, James.
But Thomas, not bothering to listen, just went off to Farquhar Sheds in a huff. The next day, Thomas and Ginty were practicing with the coaches one last time before the Sodor engines had to leave for England. Thomas was excited. He began boasting about his adventures again.
When I first came to the island of Sodor, Sir Topham Hatt sent me to work in the yards shunting trucks and coaches for the engines to take out on long journeys. Not too long afterwards, James's brake blocks caught on fire, and I had to go rescue it. A big storm blew down the station room, and we all had to work together to get it fixed up. I did the most instead. Dare I say even faster than Gordon sometimes. In fact, I had a race with a good friend of mine named Bertie the Bus. It was a close race, but I managed to win. I whooshed through the tunnel and stopped an inch from the buffers, just like this.
Like that?
No one was hurt, but Thomas's front was badly bent. They telephoned Sir Topham Hatt.
I'll send up some men, but if they can't mend Thomas in time, we'll go to England without him.
Next morning, the engines who were going waited at the junction. The rest of the engines came to see their friends off. Percy and Toby were each on a truck, and Duck had pushed them into place behind Edward. Henrietta stood on a siding behind Donald and Douglas. She felt sad.
I suppose you'll be going without me then, sir.
Oh, perish the thought. I wouldn't dream of leaving you behind. I'll fit you up as my private coach.
Oh, sir, thank you. That's most kind of you.
Donald, Douglas, could you couple up to Henrietta, please?
Hey, of course, sir.
We'll be right on it.
Gordon, James and Henry were in front. They whistled impatiently. Sir Topham Hatt paced the platform. He looked at his watch.
1 minute more, then we'll have to leave without him.
Wait for me! Oh, thank goodness you're still here. I thought you all left without us.
For bumping us like that, we should have considered leaving him.
We hope we aren't late. It isn't quite 8.
Thomas! I am most displeased with you. You nearly upset my arrangements.
Thomas, abashed, arranged himself in the coaches without another word. The guard waved his flag and blew the whistle. Then the cavalcade puffed away.
Look out, England!
Here we come!
We'll show them what we Sodor engines can do.
Yes, we will.
The famous Sodor engines paraded down the line towards their destination, feeling very proud of themselves. The engines stood side by side in a big airy shed. Hundreds of people came to see them and climbed in and out of their cabs every day. They all enjoyed themselves, but Thomas still felt rather foolish.
Listen, I'm sorry about the other night. Maybe I did get a bit too big for my buffers.
Well, true. But now you know that we're all just as famous as you are. Not just you alone.
And everybody makes mistakes, Thomas. But no matter what happens, we're a top team through and through.
You're right, Percy. We all make a great team. And I don't think anything will ever compare to us. We're Sir Topham Hatt's engines, and nothing will change that.